Why? I didn't get much sleep last night, so before anything takes place, coffee.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! It's time for some hoovin' coffee. Oh, this coffee's gonna be so hoovin'. So hoovin'.
Okay, moving on then, shall we? Coffee number 2, good for the soul. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Quick update, so what have I been up to recently? Well, you remember in the last video, me and Dom went out and did some experimentation with the drone. We also did some litter picking, because there's a lot of people that just won't pick up their litter. And we learned a couple new things with the drone as well. We learned that both me and Dom thought that we were better than each other, and we quickly learned that both of us suck. When it comes to flying a drone, it is not a simple art form. We'll say it was 50-50, human error and manufacturer error, shall we? But moving on from that, up until recently, me and Dom went to Dartmoor a couple of days ago, and as well as getting bitten, each of us, in places I care not to mention, and multiple times, more than 20 to 30 times, costing an entire body. But yeah, we got bit loads in Dartmoor, but we took the van down there and we had an absolutely awesome time. So much beauty to be had there. The landscapes were amazing, the animals, the ponies, the horses, the cows, the sheep. I got over 700 shots, which I've got to sift through. But I'll have all of those ready for you very soon. But before I continue, just very quickly, I'll give you a little 10-second clip of what happened in Dartmoor. Oh yeah, it was great there. Naturally, Dom's got some amazing shots there and some footage as well, and I've got all my workload to go through with Dartmoor as well. So you'll see that up on the page hopefully soon. Make sure to like and give it a share as well if you like this video, so that more people can have a look when it's up. Other than that, learning. Lots of bloody learning. So much learning have I been doing. I'm self-taught. I've been to college, but I never studied photography or videography, and I've been doing everything that I know completely by learning from others and lots of trial and error and throwing myself in at the deep end. You'll also notice that I've been trying my game with cinematic footage. I've been trying to really step that up. As much as I love doing these videos, and believe me, I love filming and photographing everything, but there's something about being able to capture the essence of a situation cinematically that just soars. It's powerful, it's great, it's inspiring, it's motivating, it's just, Cinematic video has the power to change people's perceptions, and I am all about trying to make this world a better place. Come on people, you know where I'm going with this. The more of us there is in this world doing better for everyone else and doing better for ourselves, the better a world it will be. Another thing that I'll say as well is recently me and Dom and Louise went near Glastonbury to a place called Cockrod, and we had great fun swinging the lights around there doing some light painting, and we also got a really good shot of a house which has got like a windmill attached to it. Really great there. And yes, I did say the place was called Cockrod. I'm not making it up, that is the name of the place. Welcome to the West Country. You're probably curious as to what it is that I've got lined up next. Well, I'll let you in on a little secret. I can't tell you too much, but I am in discussions and in the planning for a business video for a couple clients. I'm not going to say who, what, where, when or what, but I will say it's something you've never seen me do before. I've been doing a lot of planning these past few weeks, and I've still got a lot more planning left to do. But I'm excited to get filming, and I'm really excited once I've got the finished piece together, not just for you, but I'm also really looking forward to seeing how the client likes it. But again, it's so new for me to try. It's something, again, that throws me in the deep end, and the last time I did this, I completely blew some people's socks off, including my own sock. Yes, there's quite enough of that. But I put a thing up on Facebook earlier saying, hey, I'm doing a new vlog. If any of you have any questions, send me your questions and I'll be happy to answer them. And I'll tell you one thing, I have got them here. So let's get down to that. Let's do some Q&A. Question numero uno. Jojo, what professional photographers have influenced me so far? What professional photographers have influenced me so far? I'll keep it short and sweet. Peter McKinnon. There are absolutely thousands and thousands and thousands of amazing people out there, but I'll be honest, Peter McKinnon is probably the most influential figure in my life. If you haven't had a look, here is his Instagram below. No, if you haven't had a look at his stuff, here's a little sneak preview. Here's a look on his Instagram. As you can see, it is absolutely beautiful. He is absolutely talented. He is Canadian. He is so wonderfully hearted and friendly. And so that's him. There's someone else that he works with called Matty. And again, here's Matty's Instagram, and he is absolutely fantastic as well. They go hand in hand together, and they are a credit to each other as friends. Question numero dos is from Annette. Do I have a preference for monochromatic, colour, or sepia? Or does it depend on the subject and objects? I'll be completely honest with you, I don't like sepia. Don't all have to like the same thing, I'm just not a fan of it. However, monochromatic, I'll show you an example of a photo that I took of Dom recently. Here you go. This I did in black and white, and the reason why I did it is because you can, although it's monochromatic and you're only seeing two colours, you can control better the colours which are highlighted and shadowed in the image. So for example, the green grass and the blue skies, I can dial all of those down, and I can really dial in on the flesh tones of his skin. That helps show off a subject in action, it helps show off something that's important that's going on in that moment. But again, most of my work I do as colour. I love the way it looks, I love the way it's vibrant, and that's pretty much all I have to say on that. And it depends on the situation. I can't really explain what subjects and situations at the moment are the best for monochromatic other than people. People and animals. People and animals and fire look really, really interesting in monochromatic. Perhaps I should do some more monochromatic photography, but again, as I said earlier, I'm not a massive fan of sepia. It just looks like someone's taken the picture and got a tea bag and just... But good question, Annette, thank you. Question numero tres. Peter. Hello, Peter. Good to hear from you. What advice can I offer an amateur photographer for getting good shots on an iPhone/mobile device, apart from commissioning a professional like me? But I digress. Best thing you can do is keep on taking pictures. Another thing that you can also do is get some clip-on lenses for your phone. You'd be amazed at the results that you can get with some of them. And I will also say one thing, don't ever use digital zoom. Always opt for trying to get closer to your subject, or if you can't do that, get a magnifying glass and stick it in front of your camera, get a telephoto clip-on lens, shove your camera onto the end of a pair of binoculars. I don't care which you use, but just avoid digital zoom. You lose so much quality, you end up with loads of digital noise. I won't go into the nitty-grittiness of it, but very good question, but obviously you should commission a professional like me. Question numero 4. Julia from Glastonbury. What editing software programs do I use/recommend? Well, I use a laptop, so I would obviously say that for photography I use Adobe Lightroom, and for videos I use HitFilm, though I will be moving up to Adobe Premiere Pro very shortly. So I pretty much just rely on Adobe. I think they're fantastic and they have everything that I want to use. However, you have to pay for Lightroom and you have to pay for the PC versions. But if you have an Apple or Android device, Adobe have made a mobile version of that software called Lightroom, funnily enough, and it is absolutely brilliant, and it's also free. You can have a little look here, you can see Lightroom offers a lot of different features such as changing the colours, your lightness, your shadows, your highlights, contrast and saturation, so on and so forth. It's really, really fantastic, and you can get really creative, high quality results with it. The other good app out there that's free for mobile devices is something which is acquired by Google, and that is called Snapseed. Again, here's an example of Snapseed. It's not too dissimilar. I'd say it's a lot less complex and a lot easier to use if you're a beginner photographer or just looking to do some creative edits. Question numero 5. Another one from Jojo. I know I've laid 2 questions from you, but this one's a good one. Which city would I most like to photograph? I really don't know what to answer to that. I want to go to all of them. And all the towns, and all the villages, and a couple hamlets. I'd really like to go to New York, San Francisco, to Canada. I would love to go into Quebec, and Montreal, Tokyo in Japan, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and Fukushima. Washington would be a very interesting one to do. I've got a very good question here. This one is from Sarah. It's a magical question because it comes from a witch. And she has said, what inspires you? What really ignites your passion? I'm going to get bloody honest. What inspires me is my life. I'm not going to give you my entire life story, but I have not had the best of lives, nor have I had the worst by any means. For an unwanted majority of my life, I have not seen many nice things. I have seen people being abused. I have seen my own self being abused for years. I have seen truly despicable people. I have seen truly horrible things happening to animals and treacherous things happening to nature. I have also seen people die. I've been close to those who have died, and I've had people die in my arms. I've had people drop dead in the streets in Africa, and I've had people walk up to me with a dead baby on their back, not realising it was dead because of the amount of shock that they were going through. I've seen people die choking on their own vomit in the streets, and I've also seen people choosing to do nothing more than blow things up. I've seen some disgusting things. I've seen some horrible things, and I've seen some things that will never leave me and leave me changed until the day that I pass and leave this earth. That's what makes me so passionate, because that's only a small percentage of what I see. I may have seen all of these things throughout my life, but every single second of every single minute of every single hour of every single day of every single week of every single month of every single year, I constantly see something beautiful. Even as I'm looking into the camera right now and I'm looking at the lens, I'm seeing the reflection of the lights that are there behind me, and I'm thinking, that looks kind of beautiful. It looks a bit like a little face that's creeping out of the camera towards me, and it's not my own face, it's the impression that's left by those lights. I'm also really quite consciously aware of the fact that there's a glow around the camera where I've got the ring light on, and that glow in itself is giving off a heavenly vibe. There's beauty everywhere. In the smallest plants, to the biggest creatures, to the largest buildings, to the tiniest stone. There is beauty everywhere. And a lot of people, not through any fault of their own, but a lot of people choose to walk past it and ignore it. And then they get home and then they feel sad. And I just wish that more people would stop what they're doing right there and then, even if just 1 minute of their day, just take a look at what's around them. Because there's beauty everywhere. There's beauty in the buildings and the nature that surround us, the animals, and also there is beauty in the people that are in our lives, the people that we love and hold close. What ignited my passion this strongly? Long story short, when I was younger and I first left school, I didn't leave home because I thought I knew it all. I left home so I could make my own choices at college. The choices that I wanted to make was photography, videography, and basically anything involving cinema. However, my ex-family called it a Mickey Mouse subject. Said I'd never get anywhere with it. And they said it was pointless. That I should do something like engineering, become a lawyer. And I haven't got anything against them people, but that's not me. I'm too crazy, too creative, and too damn human to be in a cage my entire life. For some people, that's all they need. That's the opportunity, and that's what matters most to them. And I don't blame them, I don't fault them, I don't have a problem with that. But me, I need to be showing off what's beautiful in this world. And I need to be enjoying myself at the same time. I left home to pursue those options at college. My plan didn't everything that I wanted to do, however, didn't go to plan. I ended up homeless, I ended up going off the rails, and life got in the way. 2 years ago, on New Year's Day, I lost someone very important to me. I was doing CPR on them, and they died. And I really, really loved that person. He was a fantastic man. And it wasn't too long before he died when I got a camera again, and he told me that I was absolutely fantastic at it, I was talented, and that I should always pursue it and never give up. When he died, I kind of made an oath to myself to live out that to his memory and do the best that I can to make sure that I do exactly as he said. Never give up, never stop, and just do what I'm best at and what I love most. So that's what inspires me. That's what drives me. Not just that event that happened 2 years ago, but every single sad thing in my life, everything that has ever hurt me or broken my heart or has ever caused me any kind of emotional, mental or physical trauma, anything bad inspires me to do good. Because at the end of the day, if I'm trying to make this world a better place and I'm trying to do good, I'll inspire many of you to do the same. The more people there is in this world doing just that, the better this world will be. Not just for me, not just for you, but for everyone and everything in it, and most especially the world that we all are part of. Bloody good question, Sarah. I did tell you guys it'd be magical, didn't I? Deep. But yeah, that's that. That's all for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Again, like I said, make sure to give this a like and give it a share and get as many of your friends invited to like the page and follow what I'm going to do in the future. And I'll be doing another video next week, and I hope you got some more questions, or if not, that's fine. I'll find something to make a video about. I always do. It's what I do best. But thank you for watching. Oh, whilst on the topic of doing better, I recently quit smoking and taken up vaping. I'm not suggesting people do it, but I will say one thing that I do like about vaping, and that's quite simple. I can close my videos with this. Everyone, have a good day.